Colonel Abu Taher's journey begins in the military, where he established a distinguished career. Known for his valor and leadership, Taher initially rose through the ranks in the Pakistan Army before the independence struggle of Bangladesh came into play. His deep involvement in the Mukti Bahini, the Bengali nationalist guerrilla force, set him apart during the Bangladesh Liberation War in 1971. He fought relentlessly against the Pakistani forces, his courage in the battlefield cementing his status as a respected figure within the armed forces. It was this reputation that set the stage for his eventual political involvement. As we step into the next chapter of Colonel Abu Taher's life, we need to understand the driving force behind his actions. His deep-seated socialist ideals often guided his decisions, painting him as a man of principle, but also setting the stage for the dramatic turn of events that would soon unfold. Colonel Taher was not just a military man, he was an ideological warrior. His conviction in socialist principles was not only a personal belief, but also a guiding force in his actions during the turbulent times. The dissent within the military was palpable, and Taher, with his strong convictions, emerged as a prominent figure ready to challenge the status quo. In the midst of the storm, Taher's Revolutionary Council was not without its internal dynamics. A certain sense of unity was present, but ideological differences and power struggles were not uncommon. Taher was a central figure, his ideological fervor and charisma drawing many towards him. As the coup unfolded, Taher's actions were met with mixed reactions. Many saw him as a beacon of hope, a leader who would steer the nation towards equality and justice. However, opposition was not far behind. Critics were quick to point out the potential instability and upheaval that the coup could bring. The aftermath of the coup was indeed marked by instability, a legacy that has left a deep imprint on Bangladesh's political trajectory. It was a turning point, a moment that would forever change the course of the nation's history. Understanding Colonel Taher's motivations, actions, and the subsequent consequences provide a more nuanced perspective of his place in Bangladeshi history. It highlights the complexities and contradictions inherent in this pivotal moment and lays the groundwork for the ongoing debate and re-evaluation of Colonel Taher's legacy. As we delve deeper into this story, we begin to see the man behind the military hero, the ideological warrior who was not afraid to challenge the established order in his quest for justice and equality. As we delve deeper into the life of Colonel Abu Taher, it is important to understand the context surrounding his military career and political aspirations. Taher was not just a military officer, he was a man of strong ideological convictions, particularly leaning towards leftist and socialist principles. His involvement in the Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971 was not simply a testament to his bravery on the battlefield, but also a reflection of his worldview and political beliefs. The early years of independent Bangladesh were marked by political turbulence. The newly formed nation grappled with issues of governance and reconstruction, while also trying to navigate the complex process of nation-building. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's government faced multiple challenges in managing this transition and addressing the socio-economic needs of the population. By the mid-1970s, there was growing dissatisfaction with Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's leadership. Criticisms were leveled against his alleged authoritarian tendencies, nepotism, and failure to address pressing issues such as corruption and economic inequality. This discontentment provided fertile ground for dissent within the military and among various political factions. Colonel Taher's eventual coup can be seen as a culmination of this growing dissatisfaction, fueled by his ideological fervor, perceived grievances against the government, and a desire to steer Bangladesh towards a more socialist-oriented path. Taher and his supporters believed that radical changes were necessary to address the socio-economic inequalities and injustices prevailing in the country. However, the legacy of Colonel Taher and his coup remains a subject of debate and controversy in Bangladesh. While some view him as a principled soldier who sought to challenge corruption and bring about social justice, others criticize his methods and the chaotic aftermath of the coup, which led to further instability and political violence. Understanding the complexities of Colonel Taher's character, his ideological convictions, and the socio-political context in which the coup took place provides valuable insights into this significant chapter of Bangladeshi history. Meet Colonel Taher, a stalwart advocate of socialist and Marxist ideologies. His strong leftist beliefs were shaped by an unwavering dedication to the tenets of Marxism, that remained a cornerstone of his outlook on life and society. Taher was a dreamer who yearned for a society deeply rooted in social justice and balanced resource distribution. These principles his actions during the tumultuous social and political landscape of the 1970s in Bangladesh. However, his ideology found itself at odds with the capitalist and pro-Western policies of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's government. This clash of convictions set him on a collision course with the administration. The world watched attentively as the political drama in Bangladesh unfolded. Not just the neighboring countries like India and Pakistan, but global superpowers of the time, the United States and the Soviet Union too, had vested interests in the stability of South Asia, adding a layer of complexity to the international reaction to the crisis. Amidst this, a critical voice arose from within Bangladesh, that of Taher. Taher, a relentless critic of the government led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, called out its perceived authoritarian tendencies and failure to address the socio-economic inequalities rampant in the post-independence society. He accused Rahman's government of deviating far from the ideals that had fueled the liberation war, thereby further intensifying the political drama. We now delve into the complex legacy of Colonel Abu Taher. His memory continues to resonate within the heart of Bangladesh, sparking a myriad of emotions. For some, Taher is heralded as a martyr and a champion for social justice. Crucial to his story is the fateful coup on August 15, 1975, under Taher's command. This move resulted in the seismic overthrow of Sheikh Rahman's government, a turning point that drastically transformed the political landscape of Bangladesh. In the aftermath of this coup, Taher established the Revolutionary Council, a body that promised bring about socialist reforms. It pledged to address the grievances of the masses, signaling a commitment to tackle the deep-seated issues facing the Bangladeshi populace. However, Taher's rule was far from smooth sailing. His government was met with opposition from various quarters, which posed significant challenges to maintaining stability. The struggle for control and the ensuing political only intensified the nation's tumultuous state. Yet there are those who question Taher's methods and the subsequent military rule. This dichotomy mirrors larger debates surrounding democracy, governance and national identity in Bangladesh. The figure of Colonel Abu Taher ignites contentious dialogue, as the nation grapples with its past and envisions its future. In sum, Colonel Taher's story is multifaceted and fraught with upheaval. It begins with a military career marked bravery, leads to a political struggle fueled by ideological differences, and plays out on an international stage amid Cold War tensions. However, his rule was ephemeral as another military coup led by Major General Khalid Musharraf swiftly ousted the Revolutionary Council from power November 1975. Taher and his associates found themselves entangled in chains of arrest. He faced a severe trial for his role in the coup and the of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Despite international appeals for clemency, Colonel Abu Taher was convicted and executed in 1976. His execution marked not just the end of his life, but also the end of a turbulent chapter in Bangladesh's history. Nevertheless, Taher's story culminates in a legacy that continues to shape conversations about Bangladesh's history. The tale of Colonel Taher serves as a reminder that the course of history is often shaped by individuals driven by conviction, caught in the currents of their time, leaving a legacy that future generations continue to grapple with. Taher's legacy remains a subject of debate, with some viewing him as a martyr for his socialist ideals, and others condemning him for his role in destabilizing the country's nascent democracy.